Hello and welcome to Football Weekly Roundup, the podcast where we talk all things Premier League, we predict what's going to happen next week, and we look at our predictions from the previous week in a league between Pels and Tank. The loser is going to do a forfeit of the audience's choosing. So come watch and tell us what you think the forfeit should be. Welcome to another weekly catch-up with me, Pels and Tank. Going to run through our predictions from last week, where I've actually gave Tank a pasting in the old prediction league. And we will go through our predictions for the next week. Last week, Bournemouth, Leicester. I think I might have watched some of the game, but it was that bad that I don't remember it. Do you catch anything? You probably play them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, was it a 3 o'clock Saturday?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it. I see Sideshow Bob got the highest rating though again.
He's done alright, isn't he? And Philip Billing. I always thought he was a CDM, but he's up front on this graphic here.
He plays in the 10, doesn't he, usually?
We both went for a Leicester win because we thought they would have some momentum, I thought, from their demolishing of Forest. That inevitably did not happen. Bournemouth surprising a few this season, I think, aren't they?
I still think it'll drop off eventually, surely.
But they're still unbeaten since that Liverpool hiding, aren't they? So
yeah, since O'Neill took over, they're unbeaten.
Yeah. But 2-1 they won. Billing got another goal. Christie. As I said, I don't remember watching the game much, but
yeah, if you came in for a review on the Bournemouth Leicester game,
you're in the
click
wrong
over
place
and watch
to
the match today. Yeah, you're not going to get a lot here.
But what I have noticed is Danny Ward is suitably low ranked again. He's struggling in leadership.
Yeah, you know the term "stealing a living" that gets thrown around a lot for players. He is robbing a bank at Leicester. Honestly, it might just be nerves, and we've all seen players who just fall apart when they get on the pitch. Just a bundle of nerves. But unfortunately, you can't get away with that at the top level. He's got to get rid of them, aren't they?
Sounds like it, doesn't it? Why would you ever sell Kasper Schmeichel for £1 million?
He must have asked to leave.
He must have asked, but surely he brings someone else in.
I think so, but then that Ward was brought in for... Wasn't he bought for like £10 million?
But that must have been a while ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
But surely, if they'd have sorted that out at the start of the window, they could have got Henderson over Forest.
Yeah, but he's stinking up the gaff as well. Have you seen that he's conceded like... Is it something like 6 or 7 goals from outside the box already this season?
Yeah, but a few of them have been thunderbolts, haven't they? Anyway, we'll get on to Forest. But yeah, we both got the result there. So 0 points. Nil pois for both of us.
0-0. One for the fans.
Chelsea. You got absolutely bailed out here, didn't you?
What was the final score?
3-0.
Yeah.
Your pick was 3-0. You got an 89th minute Armando Broja goal to not shoot a 3-0.
To our regular listeners, if they go back and listen to last week's, I said it'll be 3-0 with an Armando Broja for 89th minute clincher.
True, actually, yeah. All the listeners can go back and check that. But Wolves are bad,
you can get lucky, as long as 3 goals go in across the 90 minutes. I didn't get bailed out. It was spot on, is what you mean.
Well, I picked 2 now, so I got a point there.
Oh, that's cute.
So it's 3-1 3-1 Tank after the Chelsea game.
Easy.
They're looking alright under Potter, aren't they?
They're always going to be a tidy outfit, aren't they? They've got the players there that they should never really be able to completely fall apart.
Yeah, they've got a decent side, haven't they?
Yeah, they've just got a few ricks in them, haven't they? And Reece James being out is a big hit.
That is huge, actually, isn't it? What about Wolves struggling this season?
I've had some strong opinions on Wolves, haven't I, as you know?
Yep.
I'm fed up with this myth that they play nice football, just can't put it in the net. They're crap.
Hey, your short take on Diego Costa did bits on TikTok. I got almost 1,000 views.
Did it actually?
Yeah, 850
what was my
or
short
something.
take?
When you called him a prime helmet.
Well, he is a prime helmet, isn't he? He's like, that's not like, it's not necessarily an insult. Like,
it's not a hot take.
No, we've all got friends who are helmets.
Yeah, like you.
And you can be a helmet and still be extremely lovable. Like I'm buzzing Diego Costa's back, but he is a helmet.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, Wolves stink. Bruno Lage, his team had about as much charisma as he did.
Was he already
Honestly,
gone for
but
this game? Yeah, Steve Davis, whoever that is.
yes, but they were dump. They were just dump, and now they're bringing back Nuno.
I've seen
Going
that.
full circle.
I've seen that today. Yeah, because what's that guy's name? The old Spanish manager turned them down, didn't he?
Lopetegui.
Yeah, that's the one. He turned them
Yeah,
down.
but the problem
Bold
is
claims.
Nuno's got some job in like Saudi Arabia at the moment, and so he's trying to work out a way to get out of it.
Oh, really? I thought he was unemployed.
No.
But yeah, easy win for Chelsea in the end. 3 points, Tank. 1 point for
It was the
Pels.
bank of the weekend, if you ask me.
What, Chelsea?
Chelsea against Wolves. Yeah.
What, over Southampton, over Man City, which we'll move on to.
I
Nice.
just ignore it. Man City should win every single game. I don't think it's fair to pick them out as like. If we were to say who's your banker this weekend, we'd both just say Man City every week, and it'd be a boring podcast.
But what, even this weekend away at Liverpool?
They'll back them over half of the games.
Yeah, true.
Liverpool were terrible.
Okay, Man City were again very impressive. They demolished Southampton, who they look like they're going to struggle this year, don't they? In my opinion, got a very young team, but
okay, and then sell on a couple, don't they? Or
yeah, they've brought loads of kids, haven't they? Who and some of them look decent, like that Bella Kotchup looks good.
They've got a football manager team, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, yeah. Definitely have, yeah.
No, they've got some good players. They'll be fine.
Do you
It's
think?
definitely three worst teams.
Yeah, Forest.
Forest, yeah, they're going to struggle. I still think Bournemouth will be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, true.
Leicester are pretty rubbish.
Yeah, but they'll be down there with it, I reckon. They'll be
Southampton?
fourth bottom, maybe, yeah.
It must be worse than that, surely.
They'll be in the mix.
Do you think Fulham can keep going? Or do you think Fulham will be in the mix?
Fulham will probably be down there, but I think Mitrovic will bag maybe 12 to 15 league goals.
What's the bottom of the league currently?
Keep them up.
Like? Yeah, it all depends on Mitrovic, doesn't it, for them?
Has it got a league table on it? Yeah, no, here we go. 17th at the moment.
Villa stink as well.
Oh, Villa do stink. And Wolves, actually. Yeah, there's a few that are struggling big time, aren't
And
they?
I think Leeds are going to drop right into it. I know I'm jinxing myself now because they're probably going to beat Arsenal.
I
but
don't,
I think
because
Leeds
I've put Saka as my captain.
Nice. Good player.
Anyway, routine win for Man City this week.
Yeah, I think Foden deserves more credit than he gets.
He's playing very well at the moment, isn't he?
Unbelievable, yeah. Every game just looks like the finished article now, doesn't it?
Looks top player, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
If only England could get that out of him somehow.
Yeah, well, they'd have to play some attractive football, I guess.
To get that out, see, the thing is, right, people say if only England could get that out of him, like I just did, but for England, he doesn't have the best player in the world in De Bruyne passing balls to him, so...
He also, so he can either... Foden's got the opportunity to either get the ball off of De Bruyne or put the ball to Haaland.
Yeah, it's quite easy, isn't it?
Pretty nice. Not easy. You've got to be a top player still, but it's a nice job to have.
Yeah, there's worse jobs to have out there, aren't there? Like mine.
Correct.
Anyway, sorry, we scanned over the... Wait, go back. Rewind. So on the Man City game, Tank went 4-0, nailed it again. 2 in a row. Look at that smile.
Yeah, all downhill from here. But
I went 5-0, so...
Yeah, but that's because you're stupid.
6-2.
6-2 early doors. It was always going to be a 4-5, you know. It was going to be a few one. It was just...
Yeah, it was just how
whether Pep was going to rotate and start hooking people, which he has done a lot more this season.
Yeah. I'm surprised Haaland hasn't been took out of starting team for the Premier League yet. I thought Alvarez would start. Especially against someone like Southampton, I thought he'd go in.
Yeah, agreed. I swear there was a lot of times last season when they were moaning about this still only having 3 subs. And you'd look back and Man City had made none throughout the game. But he does seem to be hooking a lot of people after, an hour or so now, doesn't he?
Yeah, Foden came off after
the game's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Newcastle Brentford. This was a bit of a surprising one.
Bit of a shock because you don't expect Newcastle to thump a few in, do you?
Shock result. We had a boat. Sorry, what?
Bruno Guimaraes is top player, isn't he?
He's good in a year.
Yeah.
And I think Newcastle have got enough money, obviously, to not be tempted into selling him unless he really wanted to go.
It's on the projects, doesn't it? And how
Because I think
quickly they're going to look to push into top 4.
Yeah,
because he could be a captain for them.
Yeah, I think they'll be targeting top 8 this year. They can achieve.
They got a fairly old side though, don't they? Not old, but Nick Pope must be 30. I think.
Well, yeah, they got
must,
nearly 28.
Must be 30.
Nearly 28
Fabian
on the
Schär
average.
Must be 30. Obviously the midfield's fairly young, but I think Almiron's surprisingly old. I'm sure he's like 28, 29.
I don't know,
Callum Wilson's 30, 31, must be.
Sean Longstaff's another one stealing a living, isn't he?
I'm not sure. Do you remember when he was linked to like United and teams like that a few years back?
Yeah. I was sure he'd go out on loan or something at some point.
Yeah, where's Golinton?
Golinton, nice name.
Where is it? Was he benched or is he injured? No, he's benched.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, is that a starting team?
Huh?
Yeah. Jacob Murphy started.
Yeah, scored.
Wow. Interesting. Jacob Murphy started over Alan St. Maximin in the Premier League at a 5-1 win.
Nah, he's been injured, hasn't he, St. Max? So this is probably his first game back. I think they gave him like 12 minutes or something. Yeah, he did 12 minutes.
No. Yeah. Interesting. Cool. So what were the predictions on here?
Predictions were... We both had a win for Newcastle.
Yep.
We both put them to win to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So neither of us got the right score. You went 1-0, I went 2-0. And obviously they've massively outdone that, but yeah, they just battered him, didn't they?
So that's my 7 points. 7th point already.
Yeah.
And it goes massively downhill from here, basically, doesn't it?
And I'm on 3 points, yeah, and I really pick it up from here. So we'll move on to the next one. This is where the rejuvenation starts. Brighton Spurs. Sorry?
This is a dreadful game.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it?
I thought Brighton were shocking, to be honest with you. I didn't think they ever really looked like they were going to get anywhere near Spurs.
Yeah, but Spurs, well, maybe they didn't go out of the second gear or something, but like their keeper got man of the match.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel like Brighton ever really looked like taking. This was 5:30, wasn't it? If I remember right. Yeah. I remember watching it after football. Yeah.
Yeah, they looked a bit blunt.
Yeah. I'm not sure who does these ratings, to be honest with you. But there you go.
Yeah, well, I can't remember the game in enough depth to say that it's wrong. I remember being quite bored by the game. I caught the last. I think I caught most of the second half, and it was quite dull.
I watched an hour, and it's classic Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's classic Conte, isn't it? Just kill the game.
Watch your paint dry, but grind it out.
Yeah.
Somehow he gets away with it, even though he's basically another Mourinho, but somehow gets away with it because apparently he's a born winner.
Yeah, exactly. So this week you went for I see what you did here. Okay, so you went Brighton 3, Tottenham 1.
Yeah.
Hopeful that Brighton would continue on their trend of being a good side.
Correct.
I was a little more sensible. I went for a 2-1 Spurs win.
Yeah, you're right. You were more boring. Well done.
Great. Thank you. So, point for Pels, 0 points for Tank. What's that, 7-3? 7-3, I think.
7-3 indeed.
7-3. Palace Leeds. No.
I worry about Leeds this season, I really do.
Yeah, I don't think they just haven't really got anything for me.
No, I'm with you. Completely with you.
They're just a bit of a I don't want to offend the Leeds fans because they'll probably have me, but just a bit boring, aren't they? But dull. They haven't got a lot about them. Like they haven't got Rafinha. You can win them a game. Daniel James certainly isn't going to do that. Did he move in the end? Actually,
He's at Fulham now, isn't he?
he did go, didn't he? I think. Yeah, my bad.
But I just find like Jesse Marsh just is like that guy who is desperately trying to be motivational, but everyone's looking at each other going, "He's getting around my fucking nerves now." This guy, fucking wind your neck in, will you, pal?
But like with Palace, they've got Zaha. Leeds just haven't got that player at all.
I think Palace have got. I like Palace. I think they've got even more because
They've got a better
Eze's
side.
goal was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's a good player, and he looks a good player.
Even Elise's good as well. They've got some nice players. Yeah, they're quite nice to watch. I think they're good. I think they're good across the board. I mean, Joel Ward surely can't be playing much longer at fullback.
He's still their starting fullback, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, I feel like he's
Klein's
been there for
injured, isn't
years.
he?
Yeah.
But he was playing, so Ward was playing centre back whilst Klein was playing, because I think Anderson was out, maybe? I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. I quite like Palace as a team. They're
fun
decent.
to watch, aren't they? They're counter-attacking side, aren't they?
They're going to be absolutely fine this season. Around 10th to 12th.
Bamford coming back is quite good for Leeds.
Yeah, but he's one of those, I think. Did he just have one good season? In the Premier League, obviously. He's done it in the Championship, but I don't feel like Bamford's going to win you a game on his own.
No. He needs the supply, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we both went for a draw here. Score draw. 1-1 and 2-2. Palace took the win, so both wrong. Moving on.
7-3 it remains.
West Ham, Fulham. I'm sure you keenly watched this, didn't you, being Declan Rice's biggest fan?
I did not know. This was Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Bath on Sunday.
What would you get up to in Bath? Nice place, Bath, isn't it?
Yeah, just had a little walk around, got some dinner, mate. Just had a little potter. It's nice.
I like Bath.
Yeah, it was good. I think I'd listened to this. This was before the Arsenal game, was it, or after?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. This is before the Arsenal game. I listened to a little bit of it. It's a nothing game, really, isn't it? It's two teams who are going to sit in the middle of the table, I think, come the end of the season.
Well,
if they continue the way they are.
I think West Ham certainly would improve, in my opinion.
Yeah, quickly, Antonio's goal being allowed.
And Rashford's disallowed.
Rashford's being ruled out. It's the inconsistency in refereeing.
That's
and
the
VAR in general.
isn't it?
It's just... No, it's a tough one because it really does swing. Like, I know we always say what goes around comes around, but it really does in football.
It does, yeah. But if
football's of such a fickle nature, like you forget from week to week when your team's had a decision go your way.
Yeah.
And then, your team could get something extremely lucky, and then the following week you're like, VAR, typical, we get no luck, and you're like, how are football fans so delusional and like narrow-minded when things don't go their way?
Yeah, I agree. I think both goals stand if VAR's not there, of course. I think...
Yeah, I wouldn't rule either of them out.
I don't think people would mind if they're both ruled out, because then at least it's consistent. It is the inconsistency which is incredibly frustrating.
If the rule is exactly, if it touches a hand leading to a goal, it should be ruled out, then yeah, they should both be. But clearly there's some sort of grey area, or Stevie Wonder's in the VAR room for the West Ham one.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason.
They are almost identical, aren't they?
Yeah, I think Rashford's is even less of a handball, personally.
Yeah.
But there you go.
I think there was one for City as well in midweek, wasn't there? And Pep said he doesn't even understand the handball rule at the moment.
I didn't see any because, again, I was at football. I didn't see any of the time.
I didn't see it, but they drew 0-0, didn't they? City.
Did they?
That would have won them the game. Yeah, they drew with... Can't remember now. They had a man sent off. The Gomez got sent off for City, and then they played sort of 60 minutes down to 10.
Was it Copenhagen they had, or was that not?
Might have been actually.
Anyway, this is Prem review.
Yeah,
Sod
true.
that tournament.
So we both had West Ham win. So neither of us got a score right. West Ham 1-0 was Tank. West Ham 2-0 was Pels. 1
8-4.
point each, 8-4.
And that's my last point of the weekend.
You dump.
Here we are, the big game of the weekend. Wonder if Liverpool fans are still crying about it on Twitter. In fact, I don't wonder. They are. They 100% are. Worst, most bitter, salty fans on the planet. Good Lord, grow up. Like, they won the league by having two wingers who bought penalties week in, week out. And now they're moaning about Jesus getting kicked on the back of his foot and going down. I get the Gabriel one, and that's an absolute stonewall penalty. Like, that's the one I'd be worried about. But when you see people sending screenshots of... Did you see the one Martinelli crossed the ball and then landed on Trent's ankle? And people were screenshotting it saying, how's he not seen red? You just think, come on.
It's never a
Like,
red card, is it?
Grow up. And like 2 days later, a lad I know, like people are still tweeting saying, oh, this is typical, no luck, all this sort of rubbish. And you're just like, come on, boys.
But Arsenal were good value in this game.
Good value, and the problem is, it gave Liverpool an excuse to say the game turned on big moments.
Yeah.
I think what people are forgetting is the Nunes goal should be offside. Whatever the rule is, he stood offside, he runs on Gabriel's shoulder, which forced him to then spoon the ball to the other player. That's impacting play, right?
Yeah.
So it should be offside.
That should be offside, but then Gabriel should have given away a penalty, probably.
Correct. But, no one's saying that the first goal should have been offside. All you're hearing is, oh, we don't get the decisions. We're Liverpool. Yeah. We're hard done by. Klopp coming out and blaming how round the balls are or how windy it is or something.
The grass was too long or something.
He's a pathetic bloke, isn't he?
What I would like to point out is I've just noticed the graphic there. Arsenal's first team average age is under 25.
Yeah.
That's
superb.
Crazy.
And they're extremely good value for their wins as well.
Yeah, they are. They dominated for large parts of the game, I think.
It's nice that they managed to win without having all of the ball as well. Because most games they just grind down, don't they? But this one. Also, I think we should take a moment to say congratulations to Trent for managing to stay concentrated for less than 1 minute for the first goal. I think he's outdone himself there, and also injuring himself, tripping over his own underpants that were around his ankle and being hooked off at halftime. I think that's superb. I think that's a great show, and he's really shut everyone up with that performance.
He's really not done himself any favours this season, has he? I put him in my Premier League 11 a couple of weeks ago.
Going forward, yeah, because you were backing your team to go forward. What I will say about Trent is he's getting all the stick, but Henderson's been rubbish. Salah's been absolutely woeful. Van Dijk's been poor. Matip or Gomez or whoever it's been awful as well.
Trent's getting all the stick. Liverpool as a whole have not been very good.
Correct. They've been shocking. And how's Salah getting no abuse?
If that's poor, isn't he?
Well, how many players have big name players who have signed a new contract have got absolute pelters when they've gone off the ball? He's done nothing. I know he scored like a 5-minute hat trick in the week, didn't he?
Yeah, against Rangers.
But Premier League wise, he's part of the problem so far this season.
But put it into context, right? 70th minute, Liverpool are 2-2. Salah gets hooked off for Fabinho.
Yeah. It was a sign of the game, how it was going.
How is no one talking about this? I don't understand.
It's crazy, isn't it?
No one's given
And then
Salah
they get the penalty.
stick.
And I'm sorry, I'm fed up with hearing they're soft. They get given now. If you kick the bottom of someone's foot, they get given.
Yeah.
Honestly, the amount of penalties you see like that. And I think the frustration for me is you had Salah and Mane, who have clearly been told to go down under any contact in the box over the last 4 or 5 years, and done it week in, week out and got countless penalties for it. But yet then Klopp comes out and complains about a soft penalty. You just think, come on, mate.
You've had
Come on.
enough
I
of
know
those
you're a
games,
bell
haven't
end, but Jesus wept. Come on. You, you've literally gone out. You set your team out to win dodgy penalties and have done for years. Now you get a soft one against you. You're suddenly complaining.
you? Yeah, it's not ideal, is
Shock,
it? He's not done
shocker.
himself any favours.
But quickly at once, have you seen like a lot of the people? I've got a big issue with people going on about stats in football. And I
Yeah.
can't remember where I saw the quote from earlier. Someone said if you plan like only rate footballers down to stats, you don't know football at all. And you're starting to see a lot of like Gabriel Jesus because he's only got 5 league goals this season, being compared 5 total goals being compared with Nunes and people like that because he's got 3 or 4. And I think it's such a stupid thing to get involved with, just comparing people on stats, because Martinelli does not have the season he's having without Jesus. Saka is nowhere near as good without. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more
Yeah,
to.
it's insane. People love stats these days, but they forget
It's
about the eye
crazy.
test. Like, just watch a game. You don't get statistical. Well, there will be stats within the club and stuff, but there's no publicised stats for how well Jesus holds the ball up or like just
Yeah.
pisses off defenders, for example.
And Liverpool fans out there saying, oh, if Nunes is a flop, then Jesus is a flop. I'll tell you, I've got a stat for you if you're going off of stats. Liverpool 10th. It's the only stat you need to know. They're
Struggling,
absolutely shit.
struggling, aren't they?
And so, and there's a reason for that, and that is down 1 to 11. And there's a reason Arsenal stepped up again, and that's mainly down to Jesus. And Saliba, probably.
It is worrying though that City deemed a player of Jesus's quality surplus. That is a worrying sign for the league.
They are taking over the world and will do for many years to come.
Yeah.
And you just got to try and cling on to them. It's basically going to be a battle for second every year, which it has been really anyway, other than the one time Liverpool won it.
Give Liverpool some credit. They were incredible for a number of years, but what they haven't done. I saw a very quick interview with Pep the other day actually, and he said the question was something like, "How do you keep motivating your players to win more?" And he,
Inhalers.
no, this was Pep.
Inhalers.
This was Pep.
Oh, I thought it was a Klopp.
No, Pep. So they said, "How do you motivate your players to win more?" And he said, "You've got to keep rejuvenating the squad, which is why they let people go, bring people in." So he let Sterling go this year, which a lot of people probably would have questioned, but you've just got to freshen it up, haven't they? There's
who are making other Premier League teams top sides.
yeah, Liverpool haven't really done that, have they? I mean, they've brought in Nunes, they've brought in Diaz, but their midfield, the engine room is struggling at the moment, and
I think Thiago gets too much plaudits for hitting an outside of the foot ping or something now and again. I don't think he does enough for me. I'm fed up of hearing how world beaten he is. I think Fabinho's missed massively when he don't play. He's so good.
He's off it.
So good.
He's off it this year as well, which is one of the major problems around Liverpool because Fabinho's struggling.
Yeah, he's ridiculous, Fabinho.
But
top player.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? When people talk about Ronaldo, pressing becomes an issue, but you put Thiago in the Liverpool team. He doesn't. He's not like the most athletic. He's not a presser of the ball, but no one gives a shit about Thiago playing.
I don't think Haaland presses either. If we're going to really talk about this, does he match the style of play and all this crap? It's not. It's a nonsense. Yeah. It's an absolute nonsense. Unless you're going to play right up on the halfway line and really try and win the ball back high. Like, Man, you don't even do that anyway. So
it's what Liverpool used to do. They've evolved from that, though. They become more of a ball team. Kind of.
Yeah, and I think they do want to play up high, but they don't control the ball as much as they did before.
No.
And I think Firmino's looked good again this year, which is good to see.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't
he? Arwen Carroll, the jury's out. Do not know on him yet, really. He looks a bit clumsy, doesn't he? But he's young and he gets in the right positions, so I'm sure he'll score some goals.
Yeah.
I've just got to get Salafire in. Have to, and hopefully him getting benched in the week and coming on scoring a hat-trick was the kick at the backside he needed. and they'll start smashing goals in again, and they'll be right back up there. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind they'll still be top three, top four.
Yeah, no, they're a good side. They've
They
obviously.
just need to pull it out. And whilst they are down there, I'm going to enjoy it because their fans are the first to text you or tag you in something when your team loses. They're that sort of fans. So
Yeah,
enjoy,
absolutely.
enjoy 10th.
But you went with your head on this one, I think, didn't you? You went 2-2.
Yeah.
No points for Tank. I went 2-1 Arsenal, so I get 1 point. What's that? 8-5.
I think I said it's like when you bet against your team because you don't mind it not coming in because if your team wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
So
you were
yeah,
pleased because you could give the lad stick, but you didn't get a point in the head-to-head here, which is what really matters.
yeah, but I had such a comfortable margin to play with this week. I could mess around a little bit.
Okay. Okay, bud.
Yeah,
Moving on.
let's do it.
Man United, Everton. Well, Everton, Man United.
I've got to say, right, first and foremost, after Iwobi's goal, this was an absolute snooze fest. Absolutely dreadful game of football to watch.
Um,
It was nice to see Ronaldo scoring though, and it actually made me feel a little bit sad not seeing him celebrate properly. I was a bit gutted to be honest for him. That's what
700, wasn't it?
they've turned this bloke into. Um,
For our long time viewers, I'm a Man United fan. Well, Bristol City first, but Man United. I hate wholeheartedly what they're doing to Ronaldo. He still deserves to be playing in this team. He's still going to score goals in any team that he gets put in the world. And
if not, they should have let him go because all the
exactly,
talk from Keane and that was saying that it was United who made him stay.
yeah. You
Um,
don't keep a player like Ronaldo to sit on your bench. It's
no
disrespectful, and
respect.
also
Yeah,
it kills the bank account because you're paying him what 400k a week to sit on your
yeah.
bench.
Isn't him and De Gea both on about 400k?
It's crazy, isn't it? De Gea's in the
Mm-hmm.
last year of his deal this year, isn't he?
He needs to be shot.
Talk of him going, yeah.
Got it, I think he's done his cycle now.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh,
Especially at that sort of money, he's not. He's still a good keeper. Don't get me wrong, but he's not one of the best in the world anymore.
mhm.
Um,
So, what's your thoughts on the left back debate? Because I thought Malacia did well when he came in, but against Man City, he got absolutely horribly found out as like not cutting it at the top level. And obviously, Shaw's come back in now. Do you think Shaw's the better option?
I think Shaw's the better player at the moment, but Malacia is a lot younger, isn't he?
Definitely. Yeah.
But
Um,
give
and
Malacia games when he can get them, but Shaw's still got to be number one left back for me. I think what Shaw probably needed was a kick up the ass to say, look, it's not easy sailing anymore.
he seems to get comfortable very easily, doesn't he? Shaw?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Dallo got found out as well the other week. I think he's got a lot of plaudits for getting up and celebrating, making blocks and tackles like it's winning the World Cup, and fans love that. Don't get me wrong.
I don't
He
mind
was
it,
at
but
he got his pants pulled down by Grealish, didn't
yeah, he did. But with Dallo, right, when he gets up and does these like fist pumps because he blocked the ball and stuff, like just I know it's good, but kind of wind it down a little bit. You're not playing for Stoke and clinging on to. Well,
he?
maybe
No, you
United's
shouldn't.
stature
Like
has gone down that much that.
you can imagine Roy Keane just shaking his head at it, can't you?
Oh, he'd be
as
having a go, wouldn't he? Like,
it's the most overused cliche and quote in football, but this is Manchester United Football Club. You can't be celebrating blocking the ball.
no.
If you're blocking the ball, you should be turning around and bollocking people because you should be battering everyone. You're supposed to be the biggest club in the world.
Yeah, I agree. Anthony seems to score but does nothing else.
I thought the same. Very quiet player. Cuts inside and scores.
Offers very little else. Mind you, I'll move on to the other player in a second. Casemiro
Oh, he's terrible, isn't he?
gave the ball away on quite a few occasions in that game.
Oh god, he did get an assist for Ronaldo,
He got an
but he
assist.
looks miles off it.
He looked all right, but he got a lot of plaudits, which were undeserved for me. And also, he got lambasted by I can't remember who was commentating, but they said, "Oh, mistake from Casemiro there's put Iwobi in," but he got given a hospital ball from Anthony.
Yes,
Casemiro
yeah,
did
he
not
did,
want it
yeah.
there, so that I can't put that down as a Casemiro error for me. But yeah, he does look a little slow. Premier
He
League's
looks just a
obviously
little
a
bit
lot
like, maybe
quicker.
that's why he's not been started yet, like much.
Yeah, yeah,
Because he's
because
got to be a
Ten Hag
better
will
option
see
than
it.
McTominay, hasn't he? Got to be.
McSauce damp, isn't he?
McNaugh's is terrible.
Scored last night. They didn't need to put him 1-0 up in like 92nd minute or something.
Yeah, against like some
Armenia,
Cypriot
was it?
minnow.
Yeah. But what
Nicosia or something.
the
Yeah.
player I wanted to touch on was all this hype around Anthony Gordon has come from where?
I think it's the fact he's English and he started playing when he was young.
He is not worth 60 million. Whatever it was tighter Chelsea were going to pay for him.
He
It's
looks
insane.
technically very good, doesn't he? Like he glides about the pitch.
Maybe
But
he needs to be in a better team, but Jesus.
what he needs to do is start scoring or assisting.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
And I know
about
that's
Saka, to
stats
be
again, and we said it's not about stats, but goals are quite important in the sense in a team that are struggling.
Well, goals win games, don't they? If he got 10
Yeah.
league goals this season, that would be a massive for Everton.
Or at
Massive.
least have a part to play in dragging them through games.
Yeah.
Because realistically, you think that Iwobi goal came out of nowhere, really, didn't it?
Yeah,
A
and then
great finish. Fair play, he's resurrected his career.
yeah, it was
And
a
he
great
actually
finish.
looks tidy.
But I don't think they offered anything else other than that. I thought it was quite comfortable for United in the end.
Yeah, and it was boring. Rashford's goal should never have been ruled out. I thought he took it well.
Yeah. Although I'll allow it because on the predictions front,
Yeah, filth. Absolute filth.
you had 1-0 Everton. I bet you were
Yeah.
buzzing to start with, and then that quickly got turned around.
Yep.
I had 2-1 United, so 3 points for Bells.
Good job, Pels. About time you got a lucky one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So that makes it 8-6. 8-7?
That can't be right though, because I don't. Did I get? Can't remember now. No, neither of us got any points for this last one.
You're going to have to top this up again when you get a chance. Because it
Ball
looks like
plus
you
the
haven't beaten
0-0.
me
So
9-8.
you got 3, I got 1. You got 3, I got 1. 6-2. 7-3. 7-4. 8-4. 8-5. Oh, wait. Oh, bloody hell.
You haven't beaten me this week, have you?
3, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, 4, 8, 5, 8, 6 after the Liverpool game. Yeah, 9, 6, 9, 8 going into the Forest game.
You are winning 9-8.
9, 8, yeah.
Good job.
And then luckily, none of us got any points in the Forest game because we're mint.
Did you? Yeah. Did you watch it? It was an absolute snorefest again.
I didn't watch much of it. No, yeah. Tuned in now and
Um,
again, but
Ashley Young's decent enough here, but should never go in. Never go in. Henderson looks ropey
he
for me
does.
this season. I know he likes to get up and shout at people a lot, and he saved a couple of penalties early on, didn't he? But
Oh, I don't like him. I don't want him to go back to United. Let him go. He's not good enough.
I think he just had a couple of good seasons at his actual level with
at his
Sheffield
level.
United and people like that.
Yeah, I agree.
He's not a Manchester United keeper, no chance.
No.
There you go.
So-
Villa are my second least favourite team to watch in the league. I just hate them. Everything about them.
Yeah, they're just, I don't know. I listened to Ben Foster's podcast the other day with Matty Cash. He comes across really well, but I just don't like Villa.
Yeah, this is the thing. I'm sure they're all lovely lads. John McGinn's difficult to look at.
It's hard to watch him
people
play,
like Tyrone Mings defend. As brilliant as he, I love his story that he was playing at like Yate 10 years ago or something ridiculous like that. He's struggling as well. The fact that Ashley Young is having to start left back for him, great as a player he was, he must be 36, 37 years old.
Yeah.
Um, and I just don't think Gerrard has any idea who he should play in attack.
Well, I don't think he's having any idea, but they've got Coutinho, who must be on a wedge, who kind of just strolls around the place. And
We had a good start last season, didn't he, when he came in?
yeah,
But that soon fell off. Yeah, I think Ollie Watkins does everything right and runs in behind, but I don't think any of that, not just him, I don't think any of that front three are really worried about. Like, at least Traore and Leon Bailey, they might be very hot and cold, but you're a bit worried about them at times, aren't you?
yeah. Buendia's nice to watch most of the time, but he doesn't seem to.
Classic championship flair player, isn't
Yeah, I guess so.
Looked superb in there when the team's on top all the time. And I'm sure if he got into a team that were always on top of the game, he'd look really neat and tidy. But he's no, yeah. Is he a winger? Is he an actual winger?
Who knows?
I don't know with him.
Who knows?
And I still like Danny Ings as well.
Yeah, I'd be starting Ings, I think.
But
I'll probably bring Watkins on for impact after an hour or something if anything has happened, because he runs.
I don't know.
Quite a lot,
I don't know if they've changed the formation a lot or tried it, but I'm surprised they've never gone with a 2.
Yeah, you can't play Coutinho then, can they? Really?
No, I guess not.
They should I think maybe they should play an old school diamond in midfield. 2 up front, Coutinho behind, and then 3 in midfield.
Yeah, I won't mind it. The old Chelsea style.
But this day and age now, just everyone plays wingers, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got either wingers or wing backs or both. There you go. So you won 9-8 this week, didn't you?
But anyway, that gives me a 9-8 win this week.
Which
that means Tank is on 16 and I am on 15 going into week 3. So our predictions this week then. So Brentford and Brighton has unfortunately already kicked off whilst we're filming. However, we do have the predictions written down from before the game. So Tank, what have you gone for?
They were done before. I have gone for Brentford to bounce up back and take this one 2-0. I think Brighton are going to drop off now. They're poor against Spurs, and I don't think Brentford can keep being this poor.
Fair.
So, yeah, 2-0.
Yeah. Don't mind that. I've gone for Brighton to have a bit of a bounce back. I'm not too worried about Brentford going a goal up because my prediction is 2-1 Brighton. Don't fall out of anything you've said. I think Brighton are a good side, if not great, and Brentford. I don't know what to think about Brentford. I think they'll probably be around the mid-table at some point this year, but lower part of mid-table. Yeah.
I think they're quite similar sides.
Yeah, don't fall out with that comparison. So 2-1 Brighton for me.
Yeah, Thomas Frank's just been booked for something.
Oh, he's kicking off, is he?
And both managers have been booked for something.
They're scrapping on the sideline.
Yeah, there was a big huddle. But anyway, sorry, moving on.
Leicester Palace, I have gone for a 1-1 draw. Now, thinking about this now, I regret my decision somewhat because Leicester just don't stop conceding goals, and I can't see how Palace are not going to score more than one. But also, Leicester seem to do alright in front of goal, so probably should have gone for some more goals, but I've gone 1-1 Palace.
I think you make a valid. I agree with everything you said. To be fair, I think it's intelligent sort of train of thought.
Thank you.
How would you predict Leicester at the moment? My problem is I think of a lot of my issues with FPL as well as predictions is a lot of the time I just tend to think that streaks are going to snap. So like with Leicester, I'm constantly thinking they're going to come good at some point.
Yeah.
So I decided to go against that this week and say, look, Palace away from home, they're going to nick it 2-1. And I'm going to try and avoid my usual tactic of going against the grain of things because I feel like I'm smarter than football. So Yeah, I'm going to go Palace 2-1. I think Palace are good away.
Fair.
And the way Leicester have defended the past few weeks, I think Sideshow Bob's going to have a nightmare dealing with, Eze and people like that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fulham Bournemouth, 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow.
Fulham Bournemouth, I think this is a toss-up. And after just saying I'm trying to go away from my thoughts, in this one I've decided that Bournemouth can't keep being decent and Fulham are going to come good again. So
I think Mitrovic is out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Worried?
So yeah, I'll just cross my fingers basically. But I've gone for Fulham 3, Bournemouth 1.
You have really gone for it, haven't you?
Yeah,
I've gone 2-2.
I'm not one for a wet pit.
I've gone 2-2.
I think that's a fair shout. I think this year is really tough because it could be a lot of them could be any scores.
Yeah.
You've got a few teams who you think is going to be low scoring, 1-0 either way, 2-1 either way. But other than that, it could be any score a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And look at Newcastle, Brentford. Nobody would have picked a 5-1 there, surely.
No, that's true.
But there you go. Anyway.
But on the plus side, we haven't really got many of this. Well, we haven't got any of the same results here so far. So it's going to be a heavy week, one way or the other.
Yeah, you will be far behind come next week.
Yeah, cool. The first game we have agreed on the outcome is this one. I've gone 2-1 Wolves. I think Wolves don't concede many goals, but I think there's... I don't know the stats, but I think there's enough in this Forest side to nick a goal most games. They've got some decent players going forward. They just don't seem to be able to keep it up for 90 minutes.
Yeah, again, I think that's logical to think that. You just never know what's going to turn. You never know what for it's going to turn up.
Yeah, true. But I am sitting there thinking now how Wolves are going to score 2. But
yeah, this is true because haven't they scored 4 goals all season?
Yeah.
I saw a tweet earlier saying I think Forest are something along the lines of I think Forest will come good. The problem is at the moment they're all still calling each other mate on the pitch because they don't know each other's names, which I quite enjoyed. And I could see it like a Saturday League team when you have no idea who half the players are.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I've gone for Wolves 1-0. I think it's a bit wet after I said I don't do wet picks, but if Wolves are going to win, I can see it being a 1-0 scrap.
Yeah.
And a very, very boring game.
Don't fall out of that, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Spurs Everton. Now this is going to be why this is on at 5:30. I don't know. This is going to be an awful game of football to watch.
There'll be two teams both trying to sit back.
Yeah. So what happens in the middle?
Which I think they just leave the ball there for 40 minutes.
Leave the ball
and
in
then
the
hope the wind
spot.
blows it into one of the halves. You know, like when. So do you know when you play table football and the ball gets stuck in the middle?
Yeah.
And you just wait for it to roll one side or the other, and then all hell breaks loose again.
Yes,
that's what I imagine this game's going to be like.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. No.
Both went 2-0.
Oh, both went 2-0. Yeah, I think Everton are just going to grab a couple.
I just don't think Everton are going to score that many goals this year.
No, I think they... What made them buy Neil Maupay?
I think the fact that Calvert-Lewin is either modelling skirts or injured all the time.
But Neil Maupay is not going to score you goals in the Premier League. There's a plethora of players they could have got instead of Maupay, in my opinion. But that's me.
Yeah, potentially right.
But yeah, we've both gone 2-0. That is not going to be a game that people are looking forward to watching. No,
agreed.
Villa Chelsea, the first of the Sunday games.
Yeah. I'll go first there. I've gone for another resounding Chelsea 3-0. I think Villa are rubbish. And
yeah, you've gone 3, I've gone 2. Both to
yeah, I think Chelsea are going to just keep coasting along now quite well.
Yeah, they'll do all right now, I think, won't they? Have you seen... I've seen the heat maps the other day, and the big difference Potter has made. They used to have like a big heat map with like a dip as a centre forward because there was no one playing centre forward.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But now with Potter, there is Aubameyang playing centre forward.
Yeah, which
which,
isn't completely Tuchel's fault because he only had Aubameyang for 3 days or something like that.
yeah.
But
But then he let
yeah,
Lukaku go, so
yeah, he probably didn't want to bring him
yeah,
in.
true.
But there you go.
So yeah, both easy Chelsea wins we've gone for here.
Yep.
Leeds Arsenal, one for our very own Tank to savour. You watching this one on Sunday, Tank?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hopefully. I, you know, kind of boring, and the listeners won't care, but I have got a deep clean scheduled for Sunday, as I've not done it for about 3 weeks.
Deep
So I've
clean
got,
scheduled for Sunday.
like you do the top up cleans every week, like the potter around, and then every couple of weeks you've got to do like the deep stuff.
Getting your the gloves on, what are they called?
Marigolds
Getting your marigolds on.
go very steady. You. Um, yeah, just gonna get dust, and because it's still like a building site. If I leave the windows open, everything gets dusty and stuff. So I just need to sort it all out. Um,
Oh.
so yeah, just gonna have a nice cleaning day Sunday. So I'll probably have the football in the background. But anyway, please edit this rubbish out because nobody cares.
So surely you'll clean, have a break whilst the footy's on and clean after if needed.
What I'll probably do is clean the living room whilst the footy's on.
Fair. Yeah,
Um,
true. Liverpool, Arsenal do put most people to sleep. Anyway, I will cut that back. And back to action.
so yeah, Leeds Arsenal. I've gone for. If I'm perfectly honest, I wanted to put 3-1, but my fat thumbs must have hit 4. So I'll take 4-1.
You can put 3 if you want, mate.
No, 4-1, 4 is 4-1. Um, I think Arsenal should win. I think Arsenal will probably concede a silly goal somewhere as they do every week.
No, I
So yeah.
disagree.
Okay.
I
So
think
yeah,
Saliba and Gabriel at the back are solid. I've gone 3-0 Arsenal.
yeah, but I think Arsenal was not as good as I've said they've been defensively. I think they've kept one clean sheet this season or something stupid.
Yeah, but I can't see. I could be made to eat my words there. I can't see a lot in the Leeds team that's going to cause Arsenal problems.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Who's next?
United.
United.
Newcastle. I have gone 2-1 Man United here.
Yeah, and I've gone. I think it's the first time anyone's picked this scoreline in our 3 weeks.
Yep, I think you're right.
I've gone for 0-0. I think both teams are pretty crap to watch.
Yeah,
I'd
not
like
great.
Newcastle to. I'd like Newcastle to win, obviously. Like, see, I actually think they're both decent sides. Like, when I say both not great to watch, I mean both quite pragmatic now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
So I could see. I think they're both actually decent. Like, I think they're actually both good footballing sides.
I cancel each other
It's
out
just
a little bit.
little bit like, let's not lose first and try and nick something and then build from there.
Yeah.
And I worry that could go on till 60, 70 minutes. Maybe Ronaldo might come on or someone and get one, and it might be United 1-0, but I'm going to stick with 0-0.
Could be 1. Yeah. I've gone 2-1.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You never know. Newcastle have generally got a goal in them, haven't they?
Yeah, generally I've. I don't think United certainly don't keep too many clean sheets. Don't think. Although United look a bit better going forward at the moment. Anthony scored in every Premier League game he's played. Which was 3, I think. Rash is doing alright this year. Ronaldo's always worth a goal. Bruno has gone right off the boil, in my opinion, but
I think Bruno's been off the boil for 18 months.
Not sure he was ever on the boil.
Well, he had a season when he threw himself over for about 14 penalties, didn't he? And he looked quite good then.
Yeah.
But I think... I don't know, I might be making this up, because when you don't like a player and you just pick out the things that they don't do well, like people do it a lot with Rice and Pogba. I swear when I watch Bruno, if he's not moaning, he's giving the ball away. Those are the two things he does a lot.
Yeah.
But it might just be a little bit of vendetta against him because he is the most unlikable player in the Premier League.
I remember he's got a very punchable face, isn't he?
He's just always in the red space. Always.
I remember when I think it was the window before United actually signed him that he was heavily linked with United, and then there was rumours coming out of United that he gave the ball way too much. That's why they didn't want him.
Hmm.
Well, that was definitely correct because he gives the ball away a hell of a lot.
Don't get me wrong, you've got to take risks and you've got to try those passes, but he does seem to do it an awful lot, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Um, and he will get you goals and assists generally throughout the season, but I don't think this is going to be controversial actually, and most United fans wouldn't agree. I would have Odegaard over him every single day of the week.
it's a tight one.
I've caused you to die with
Huh?
that statement.
That's a tight one. It's a tight one.
I
Odegaard
think that he's neat and
is
tidy.
he's very neat and tidy. Yeah, he definitely suits
Um,
Arsenal's team better.
and I think Bruno is flamboyant, a little bit frantic. Um, clearly a top player in there. But there's just something about him, isn't there? It just seems to be decision making at times is poor.
I wonder, whether the weight of Ronaldo coming has crushed his confidence a little bit because prior to that, Bruno was the main man at United, wasn't
Yeah, I would say that, but since Ronaldo's been benched and Bruno's been captain, could ask for more of a confidence boost, surely.
he? No, but I think Bruno's probably one of the ones in the dressing room that's like, why the fuck is Ronaldo on the bench?
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
he's played with him at Portugal and stuff as well, and he obviously knows how great Ronaldo is.
yeah, probably.
So I don't know, but Bruno certainly
He's an interesting one, and
is.
he is a prime helmet. Like he would give he. We should have a helmet, a weekly head to head where we debate it and put one helmet through and crown our helmet of like the season.
Yeah,
Because I think currently the fight though would probably have to be Costa against Bruno, wouldn't it?
yeah, maybe. I wonder if we can do like a chump of the week, but I don't think we watched the games enough to talk about it. I actually tried to stay up last week and watch Match of the Day. I think I fell asleep.
Easily done. And now that you've got like the Sky Sports app and all that, you can just click and watch the highlights. I don't even bother with it. Match of Day anymore.
So you should have seen all the goals then, mate, is what you're saying.
Mm.
You've let yourself down, haven't you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Southampton West Ham.
Southampton, West Ham. What a game this is going to be.
I've gone 1-0. 1-0 away win.
I've gone 2-1. I think West Ham have still got a good side in there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Obviously, they've got Rice. Skamaka seems to be finding his feet. Southampton.
He does look a goal scorer, doesn't he?
He does look good, doesn't he? Yeah. Southampton.
Crap.
Yeah, I guess you never with young players. I think the one thing they lack is consistency in it. So they could beat Man City one week, well they couldn't, but I think they're going to be very up and down this season. Like they'll get a couple of surprise results, but then they might get battered 9-0. A bit like most of Hassan Hüttel's tenure, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it'll just be another Hassan Hüttel season.
Yeah,
I don't think there'll be anything different to the norm.
I think that Lavia is a good player, but he's out injured.
Yeah, they'll be fine. And then they'll sell on any of their decent players and go again next season, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, big game. The big game of the weekend.
No, wait.
Liverpool.
We have done our predictions for this, haven't we?
Yeah, 1-0. You went 2-1.
Sorry.
And then
say big game again now.
Anyway, big game of the weekend. Well, the biggest game of the weekend for sure. Liverpool gets Man City.
Yeah, this is the one that everyone would want to tune in for, isn't it, normally? But I think... I don't know. I could eat my words here, but I think City are going to win quite comfortably. In my prediction, I've gave Liverpool the benefit of the doubt.
You're going to get a couple. I just don't see them containing. Did I see that Have they got a couple of injuries as well now? Is Canate out again?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe Trent out for 2 weeks as well.
Trent saying
Which is
he fell
probably a
over his
blessing in
box
disguise.
shorts, didn't he? But
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. I
Diaz
think
is out as
yes,
well.
it might be okay in the sense that they might put Gomez back at right back if he's fit, and just ask him to defend, and they might be okay.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But if they play Milner, they're in for a long old afternoon.
I've gone 3-2 City anyway. I think it'll be a decent game of football. I think one thing Liverpool have done okay this season is score goals, but I think I think City will come out on top.
Well, I've gone 4-1, and I think that's generous. And I think if it obviously all depends on what if Man City turn up, it's going to be a comfortable walk in the park because Liverpool have been shit this season so far.
But this
And Man
could be
City's
a
been ridiculous.
catalyst for Liverpool kicking on, couldn't it? If they play well here, they could.
Yeah, potentially, and they did beat the mighty Rangers 7-1 in the week, but I think that means fuck all personally.
Yeah, Rangers. Ranger. My view on Rangers is that they probably struggle to get promoted out of Championship, but we'll leave that there.
Yeah, smart.
But yeah, easy City win. I think we've both predicted there. I've just given Liverpool a bit too much credit, I think. But we'll see. Looking forward to watching that one though. Hopefully it'll be a good game.
Yeah, that's going to be a good watch for sure.
What are you going to do? Put that on? Watch it? We're cleaning the kitchen or
No, so that will be when I'm folding the washing.
folding the washing?
Mm-hmm.
You sound like a right little maid, you do.
Well, I live by myself. Someone's got to do it.
True.
Right, thank. It's been a pleasure. I shoot. So, yeah. Do you want to sign off?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. And
Thank you. Let us know your predictions. I'm sure they won't be as good as ours.
yeah, pop them in the comments down below, and we'll tally them up. Catch you again soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's it for this week. If you like the content, give us a subscribe and a like. It really helps the channel. Anything you disagree with, let us know down in the comments, and also put in your forfeit recommendations down there, and we will get to them at some point in the future. Thanks very much. Cheers.